This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 264, How to Make Your Finances Automagical by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And I am your narrator, Dan, here to read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. I'm here each Monday through Friday, creating these little easily digestible podcasts for you. And today's going to be a little bit more digestible than usual, actually a little bit shorter than usual because yesterday was a bit longer, and I thought I'd even things out for you. But before we get into it, if you want to help support this podcast for free and learn a lot in the process, here's something fun you can do. Check out Jason Hartman and his Creating Wealth podcast. He's helping out our show, and you can return the favor by checking out his show too. Just come by oldpodcast.com/wealth to learn much more. Now, without further ado, let's hear today's post as we optimize your life. How to Make Your Finances Automagical by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. If you're like me, you dread paying bills. It's not fun. It takes time away from reading your precious blogs, like Zen Habits, of course. And it's repetitive, as it happens every week or two or four. You might already be doing this, but if not, I recommend putting your finances on autopilot. Warning, you'll still have to do regular checks on your system to make sure things are sailing smoothly. But this system can make things much more painless. The system. Every payday, your paycheck is automatically deposited in your bank account, right? Well, once you've got this system set up, your savings will be automatically transferred to your high-interest savings account. Pay yourself first. Then your bills will be automatically paid online. Voila! Now you just need money for gas, groceries, miscellaneous expenses, and a bit of mad money. And for these, I recommend cash, although a debit card is possible. Sound easy? It is. It just takes a little bit of setup and you're good to go. So here are the steps to make your finances automagical. Number 1. First, make sure your paycheck is automatically deposited into your bank account. Most companies do offer this. If yours doesn't, you'll have to go to the bank. I've already forgotten where mine is. 2. Open a high-interest online savings account if you don't already have one. Some popular ones are ING Direct, Emigrant Direct, and HSBC Direct. They pay like 4 times what a regular bank pays with no fees, and all transactions can be made online. 3. Set up an automatic savings transfer to be made from your checking to your online savings account every 2 weeks, the day after your payday, just to be safe. This is an easy setup process offered from your online savings account. You'll have to do a quickie budget to figure out how much you can afford for savings if you haven't already, but it's simple. Just list out all your monthly expenses, including regular and irregular bills, savings, and a few basic spending categories like gas, groceries, and spending, and subtract those amounts from your income. For this step, you could also set up a transfer to a money market account or other investment vehicle. 4. Set up your bills to be automatically paid. This will be the longest process, but it's not hard. Just look at every bill, go to your bank's online site, and set up online payments for them. For some, the payments can be made electronically, and for others, you'll have to have your bank send a check. Set up half your bills to be paid after one of your paychecks, every 4 weeks, and the other half to be paid after your other paycheck, also every 4 weeks. 5. Get your cash. The remainder that's left after savings and bills is your spending cash for gas, groceries, and miscellaneous spending. I recommend you withdraw this as cash and separate them into 3 or more envelopes, each labeled with its spending category. That way you can see if it's running low and spend accordingly. You could, alternatively, use a debit card. Avoid checks and especially credit cards for these categories, but it's harder to remember how much you have left in each category, and so it's easier to overspend. This 5th step would be easier if you could have the bank mail you your cash. As it is, I have to actually go to an ATM. 6. Monitor. You can't just let the system go without monitoring it. I log into my banking account about once a week to make sure all the bills are paid correctly and that everything's sailing smoothly. And that's it. Quick and painless. Now you can spend less time on your bills and more time at Zen Habits. Everyone's a winner. You just listened to the post titled How to Make Your Finances Automagical by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And for more Automagical content, check out the Creating Wealth podcast with Jason Hartman. Jason has owned properties in 11 states. He has hundreds of tenants. And in addition to being an investor, he's also a real estate developer and moneylender. So there's a lot that you're going to learn from this show. He covers a wide range of topics, so if you like the content that you're getting here, definitely check out his podcast. Again, it's the Creating Wealth Podcast, and you can visit oldpodcast.com/wealth for more info on it. Now, I do plan to read some of Jason's content to you here, so you'll get a really good idea of how valuable it is. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out the Creating Wealth Podcast. And I want to, again, thank Jason for helping to support us. And if you support him by checking out his show, you're also helping us. So again, come by oldpodcast.com/wealth and make sure to subscribe to the Creating Wealth Podcast with Jason Hartman. And that's it for this Thursday edition of Optimal Finance Daily. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. I'm going to see you tomorrow in the Friday show, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.